Americans across the country were stunned on Sunday afternoon when the media reported that a gunman entered a small Texas church and opened fire on the innocent congregants. The deranged shooter was quickly identified as Devin Kelley, 26, as the person responsible for murdering 26 people in cold blood and injuring 20 others before speeding off in his vehicle. As the details continue to emerge about those harrowing moments inside the tiny church, one question remains: what was Kelley's motive and who was he connected to? Now, those questions may be answered as Kelley's Facebook page has been discovered, and it reveals one sick detail that liberals do not want you to know. The left has been foaming at the mouth in sick delight after the shooting took place in Texas yesterday afternoon. The left desires nothing more than to pin a devastating tragedy on a so-called President Trump-supporting white supremacists to continue pushing their false narrative about evil Republicans. For instance, after the heinous mass shooting in Las Vegas, Nevada last month at a country music festival, the left hoped that Stephen Paddock would fit that bill as unhinged right-wing radical. Though after some thorough research it appeared that the psycho killer actually leaned more toward the left-wing spectrum and had a propensity for gambling than conservative causes. Now, almost a month later, another mass shooting has occurred in a small rural town in Texas where Devin Kelley gunned down innocent congregates of First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs, Texas. The left has already started to politicize the tragedy, attacking the NRA as the reason that Kelley was able to commit this atrocity. However, that could not be further from the truth, because David Kelley was denied a permit to carry a weapon since he was dishonorably discharged from the military in 2014. Business Insider reports the gunman shouldn't have been able to possess a firearm in the first place legally, so how would any new gun laws prevent this horror? Guess what, liberals? It wouldn't have, and here is why. Devin Patrick Kelley, the man authorities say killed 26 and injured 20 in the deadliest mass shooting in Texas history, should have been prohibited from buying a gun under U.S. law. A former airman with the U.S. Air Force, Kelley, received a bad conduct discharge from the military after charges of assault against his spouse and child led him to be court-martialed. Military members dishonorably discharged cannot legally purchase a gun, but Kelley's bad conduct discharge falls just short of that mark. Kelley apparently was not convicted of domestic violence in the incidents that led him to be disciplined. Such a conviction could have also legally disqualified him from gun ownership. But even if the assault charges didn't technically go down as domestic violence, assault alone can be treated as a felony, which should preclude gun ownership. And even if the charges didn't go down as felonies, the twin charges carried a maximum sentence of over a year in prison, and therefore should preclude gun ownership. Gateway Pundit was able to find the case of when Devin Kelley was court-martialed and lost his gun ownership privileges. Here is the case number in question. No. 14-20387/F. U.S. v. Devin P. Kelley, CCA 38267. According to military law, states have laws for gun control for court-martial cases. Will I be able to own firearms? Federal and state laws do place restrictions on the purchase of firearms by those convicted of felonies. 18 U.S.C. Section 922b. Many jurisdictions distinguish between violent and non-violent offenses. It was against the law for Devin to own firearms. While law enforcement has yet to reveal the killer's motive, we have clear indication he was a troubled individual. Former classmates of Kelley describe him as a creepy, crazy and weird person who preached about atheism on the internet. On Sunday, Kelley opened fire inside First Baptist Church of Sutherland Springs, outside of San Antonio, killing 26 people and injuring 24. According to his now deleted Facebook page, it appears Kelley was indeed a fan of atheism, having liked pages such as Friendly Atheist and Atheist Republic. Not only was Kelley not able to legally own a gun in the first place, his Facebook account gives a clearer picture of where his head was at before the shooting. In a screenshot that was taken before Facebook removed his account, Kelley is seen to have liked several pages on a social media site that show his left-leaning bias and non-religious tendencies. As you can see, not only did Kelley like CNN a known tentacle of the Democrat Party, but also was a fan of many atheist pages and also appears to dabble in the occult. It is not a stretch to assume that Kelley walked into the church to kill Christians, and who knows if this will be first of many more attacks in the future. Here is more from Daily Mail UK. Patrick Boyce, who attended New Braunfels High School with the killer, told Daily Mail, he had a kid or two, fairly normal, but kinda quiet and lately seemed depressed. He was the first atheist I met. He went Air Force after high school, got discharged, but I don't know why. Nina Rose Nava, who went to school with the gunman, wrote on Facebook, in complete shock. I legit just deleted him off my FB cause I couldn't stand his post. He was always talking about how people who believe in God were stupid and trying to preach his atheism. Michael Goff added, he was weird but never that damn